everybody, welcome back to James Plays Obduction with an O. Last time we didn't really get to do a whole lot aside from walk around and just kind of look at things and try to make sense of what we found ourselves in the middle of. So, we were at like a campsite at night, trees, lake, you know, all the stuff. And a little weird thing flew out of the sky, and next thing we knew, we were here. And not only were we abducted with an A, but the land that we were on was also brought with us. And as we look around, we see this almost looks like maybe American Southwest type of landscape, and this is plopped down right in the middle of an alien world, and we've got some kind of force field that keeps us from actually being able to go out into that alien landscape. So yeah, a lot of things have just kind of been plopped down here or haphazardly assembled based off of what was available, and a lot of things from a few different points in time. And yeah, so we're not the first people this has happened to, but we haven't found anybody else really. Everybody that would have been here is missing, possibly dead. We did find one person though, and they were holed up in some sort of vault, and they're preparing to get out of here, and we're going to try to help them by getting the power going, and then maybe we get to go with them. We'll see exactly how well that goes. So, we're in an area where we've got a lot of power lines, a lot of power stuff going on here and there. We've got this huge cable. A shark would love to chomp on this. And it goes over through to here. A repurposed train car. And we also have a fuel line, which goes out to a gas station. Does it have fuel? I don't know. We might have to experiment with that a little bit more. So we got those things. We have this, an on-off switch, and I think a direction of where we're diverting the fuel to. Let's see what else we've got here. Few train cars. We can't actually get out that way. All right. We have a building over here. And this is... got lots of graffito on it. Come inside. The doors we can't interact with. And we're outside again. So yeah, not much of a building. Like I said, there's just things that were ripped out of a point in time and plopped down here. It's just a mess of things from different places and different periods. Painting. Cup. Okay, so this is nothing. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else with the cars. Nope. And nothing this way. So if we want to continue onward, we go through the building face to get over there. I think that might be not for right now, because there are some other things in the vicinity that I want to take a closer look at. Like the gas station and this place that's enclosed. We have a map here. So we are presumably kind of like right in this area. Tunnels, sphere, scrap, and ramp. So here's the sphere in question. And we can go up. But let's just re-look at this, that there's things that go around. There's a motorcycle that was repurposed to take a place of one of these. And it might have some sort of individual power for it. I don't know. Nothing I can interact with. So maybe it is just wheels and not something we directly power. But speaking of power, we do have a button. And we can see that that comes off of a power line, so it doesn't work yet. Now let's go up and see what there is to see with this sphere. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. So this looks very... Oh, wait a second. Photos. Okay. Does this look like this? I wouldn't say yes, but I also wouldn't say no. Okay. And then this just kind of goes nowhere. Now, this isn't the first time we've seen something that looks alien inside of the area that we're walking around. So, it's not necessarily that they were exclusively abducting, with an A, people from Earth. Maybe there was something going on with other life in other places, you know? So what do we have up here? Okay. We have a power line there, so maybe this will open up once we deal with the power. Just trying to take a peek around. Now, if I were not treating this like a video game, if we were here in real life, I feel like a person could just go into this water, swim on in, and problem solved for trying to get in here, you know? Or, we've got pallets, we got sawhorses, we got drums, we got tire, we got things, we got legs, we got arms, we can climb, but not for a video game. Things like that can be a little frustrating. It's, I think, considered like the waist-high fence conundrum that you see in a lot of games, where logically you should be able to get to a place, but they put some very minor barricade that for some reason your character can't navigate around. So to get in there, feels like you'd have to get in from this gas station. That you're not going in there from somewhere else and then getting into the gas station from there. But I suppose I've been wrong about things in the past, you know? Let's go over here. Ericston, next left, Riggsville. Okay. Not much to see over on this side. And then the only other place to go would be through the building face over there and away, which I don't want to do just yet. So we did see that we can crank this. And let's say that would be working if there was gas in there. So we've got that going. And let's flip a switch. And let's hit that. And checking this line, see if there's something to have done with it. Well, with that set now in a different position, just go a few more, I guess. No, not that way. Okay, so it hit a limit. And now it's going backwards. I don't want it to go backwards. Let's do that. And we got fuel. We're full. Okay. So now we don't want the fuel drain. We don't want that. What we want is to close that, and we're going to try priming. And now something's happening. We can see that tube filling up, so we'll just hold. Lights on, and start. Okay. So that should be working. Power go here. And, oh, things are lit up now. So the town doesn't have power. The town is where that guy is. He wants the power. CW, we saw that written as a name. As well as Farley. So this is like the Farley house. This is the CW house. Garage and ramp, no power. Scrap, tunnel, sphere, tower. Okay. So let us see what things we've got going. Green light here. As sphere still showing power. I don't want to push the button again right now. I just want to see. Anything? Okay. Let's see about this door up here. I hear noises. Still no. Okay. So that wasn't the issue. The issue is just that it's locked. Unless there's more to do with this. So I'll push the button again now. And it just moves a little bit and then it's done. So don't know if there's a way to get this to keep running. I don't know to what effect this is gonna do anything for us. We're turning the whole thing. So, is there a way that we want this positioned for some sort of alignment where these stairs go up? I mean, nothing really lines up with that. The only thing that's close to here is this, and that's still not close enough for anything, so I don't know to what end we're rotating this, so we'll leave that for now. Is there anything to go back for? We could check out the Farley house again. The town is dead. The tower is presumably that. Actually, no. No. It's that. So, I'm going to run back to the Farley house and see if the power has done anything for us there, okay? Oh. Wait a second. On our way back... Okay. This is a higher area for the gate. If we close that back up, that doesn't do anything for us for getting across or getting up higher, I don't think. It's just kind of like a lookout point. Just thought I'd point that out, though, in case I'm wrong and it has some sort of relevance later on. Another thing I want to point out real quick on our way back, it's not lost on me that this blue laser is pointed here at this opening. I was very concerned that it was dangerous to us, but it isn't. But I wonder if it's dangerous to someone or something. That it is being used as a deterrent or defense. We'll see. So with the power on, I still can't get into the house, which makes sense. It's not like this is electrically locked or anything. We can see some lights on, though. However, I can't necessarily trace a power line to the house itself. And I'm wondering if there's somewhere nearby that I can identify a power line going somewhere. And I really can't. So I think my conclusion would be that there would be a line on or in the ground that it's getting its power from, as opposed to looking for something in the sky there. And the reason why I wanted to identify that would be to kind of trace it and see if there was something else that was available to us with the power on over here, but I'm coming up empty for now. Let's move on. I can't prove it, but I think I move faster running sideways than I do just running forward. Maybe it's because I'm just looking to the side that it feels faster. Just thought I'd mention that. And it's not just holding sideways. Holding, A or D. It's holding W as well, so I have, like, forward plus the sideways movement going on. Almost like doubling up. I don't know. Just things that I'm looking at and observing about the game. Oddities. Okay, so we're back. And the only thing left for us to do is we could keep fiddling with this without really understanding why we're rotating the sphere. And going through the building. Okay. So what's interesting here is this just kind of has things going off. And then they stop. So I don't know if they're actually, like, cables that are just floating, or if was some, like, metal structure that just is snapped off and bent. Moving on, actually, yeah, moving on. You have a power line that goes here. And four-digit combination. Which I've not seen anything, I don't think. Is this Farley? Or on the back side of it, maybe? That would explain where they're getting the power. Okay. So a four-digit number. I don't believe we would have come across anything like that yet. If I were a game designer, I wouldn't have put it somewhere yet. We want the player to keep going forward to find it and then come back and create a shortcut. Except, Is there anything to see out here? Well, if I were a game designer, I would have put the answer further back and we could have potentially already have seen it, and then we would not necessarily be opening up a shortcut, but finding some new knowledge in here and making progress with our goal. I don't think I've seen any numbers, but I could be just not remembering. I mean, here's numbers, just not exactly what we're looking for. Here's something. Should we try that? Let's try that. Well, that's strange, because if I were a game designer, I would have had the number on the train be the code for the door. So we are still looking for numbers. Don't think it's just going to be spray painted anywhere. We do have the mystery of this door. Do have the mystery of the sphere. There's something about the way the light enters. Anything that we are supposed to be seeing? out of these, I'm... I liked it better when we were just walking around, not solving puzzles, because now we're still walking around not solving puzzles, except we're supposed to be solving puzzles, and I feel like that's not going very well. Yeah. Well, then. Just looking at the power lines. Looking at the sphere. Where would there have been a number? Nothing there. Oh, hold on. 1971. Should we try that? Oh, and this is interactable. You don't have a phone, but... why would this be interactive? Okay, so we'll go back and try 1971. Okay, still not that. Still not that. Which is strange, because if I were a game designer, I would have used those numbers that were on the sign as the code. You know, I'm starting to think that these guys are bad game designers. They're not doing any of the things that I would do. Let's just try. Okay, and then we'll try that as well. 1971. Okay. Not to say that this has to be a 4-digit number, it's just those are the numbers that we've seen so far. Okay. Well, we're trying things, we're ruling things out. That is also solving puzzles in a way. But I'm perplexed, I must admit. I guess it's time to go back into the town and see if there's something there. Or maybe the guy has something new to say now that we turned the power on, giving us a little more guidance on, you know, where to direct that power to. I would hate for, like, the first real puzzle of the game to be like a sticking point, you know? We didn't actually go in here before. And I can't remember if I tried or not. Well, that lives down there now. Mofang Disabler. Villain technology? I want to say villain. But villain technology. Notes from Eprar. 1. Designed to disable anything based on Mofang technology. 2. Disables when blue beam/cloud is within about 1.5 feet of any Mofang device element. Elements physically... any Mofang device. Elements physically collapse. Reassembly is possible, but non-trivial. Eprar assures me that it's not harmful. Still not pointing it at my head. Ruko has not been told that the villains produced it. Okay. Lockdown list. Lock Tree Gate, lock Farley's house, lock Upper Tower, and Lower and Upper Tower. Lift minecart into workroom. Turn on Mofang Disabler, shut garage door, pump water from tree roots, turn on Imager rocks, close swing bridge, divert river, turn off power, activate the dome disabler. So, we're undoing a bunch of the stuff that they did. For fun. So the rocks are... they're tangible in that we can't get through them, but we can turn them off by using Thor's mighty hammer. If only we were worthy. Mayor's Imager request... Did I take a picture of the last thing, by the way? Hold on. Before I forget. Yes. Okay. Pick back up. Take a picture. Mayor's Imager requests. Entry Canyon, Farley's house, center of town, tree, water source. Those are the ones that we found, the little holograms. But these are not marked. Ambassador Seed Swap Machine functionality. Radius of swap sphere is defined at first swap, immutable. Seeds recharge naturally from ubiquitous ambient membrane power radiation, of course, tied to tree health. Forcing seed open triggers prep behavior, radius demarcation. Small battery added to amplify ambient membrane power, charges continuously. parabolic focusing of power used to trigger seed swap behavior. Locking location of swap machines assures predictability, no unanticipated damage. Radius demarcation also occurs at same location in destination sphere. Without a pair seed defining the destination swap location, the destination coordinates match the source. Voila, swapping on demand. Believe that is what happened to us. Oh, buddy, I guess this isn't long, but remember when the game would read things to us so we didn't have to anymore? I missed that already. Mofang Solid Volume Projector. Dimensional projector produces apparently solid apparitions with light volume and some sort of simulated mass. Ruko says all projectors will have similar power levels and communications protocols. There appear to be three primary elements. Projector element, beam emission, provides the primary light/energy source. Control arms, some kind of control of the beam in 3 dimensions, color variable and mass invariable. And communications arms, internal comm signal supplied across gap to projection arms. We'll use 7-volt communications level as a carrier voltage. Varying the voltage around that baseline voltage produces solid-like volume boxes in various colors formed from bottom to top, left to right. The Mofangs have tuned the retrace timing to 30 Hz for us, mighty kind of them. For a full 3D resolution of approximately 525 by 150 by 150, the converter would be required to adjust the volume about every 3... I think that's an N nanoseconds. I don't have an abundance of circuitry to build converters running at 333 megahertz. For still projections, rocks, the refresh doesn't matter. The display is persistent until/unless the voltage varies from 7 volts. I can produce the projection from a still image and set the voltage to 7 to maintain it. Less than 0.8 volts results in clear/open/massless display space. So this is used both for the hologram projections of the mare and stuff, and also for the rocks, is my understanding. Notes, sound will be handled separately. Some projection noise, slight shimmer from radio interference, moving image corruption noise toward bottom of projection. Images above projection arm bounds are possible. Checking for potential hidden lethality, mere suggestion. Checks out. Can't find anything destructive. Consistent, spurious, very high frequency background carrier. No idea what that could be. Odd side effect. Projection intersecting any part of cell wall suppresses all transport. Not sure why I tried this. Farley claims it's related to some desire of mine to shoot everything at everything else. Don't know if this orientation is important at all, or if it's just so I can look at it from different angles. Now, I'm not just being totally blank here on what I'm grasping, or you know, what I'm reading. I'm formulating some ideas. We did drop that blue laser down there, you know?
All right, now move around just a bit.
This is awkward.
Why are you so nervous? This is just a test.
Okay, now what? Okay, that's enough.
Caroline, I swear you are a natural.
Where did you get these anyway? Are the Mustangs just giving you stuff now?
You're being generous of late. Not going to look a gift horse in the mouth.
Okay, think that's it for that. Oh. Okay, so, yes, orientation does matter. And I think this is here for the purpose of us learning what I think I've already pieced together. Blue neutralizes red. Sometimes with excessive force. That's how we're gonna get past the rocks, everybody. What else do we have here to look at and play with? Oh, I probably should read instructions first. Battery capacitor log. Work begins on battery. Power test. No focal panels. First charging implemented. 10% charge. Focal test. 2 focal panels. Efficiency changes implemented. Measured. 19% absorption maximum. 50% charge. Bleeder completed. New secure plug. Critter proof. 100% charged. Bleeder switched on. Topped off charge, 6 focal panels built, topped off charge, topped off charge, topped off charge, topped off charge, and topped off charge. All focal panels built, topped off charge, and topped off charge. So let's say we did a good here. We're connecting things that should be connected. Okay. Well, I will stay up here and just follow the track for a moment. Because this is bringing us towards the tree. It's bringing us towards the water. And now we are watering the tree. Can't get any farther over, at least not on foot. But let's assume we did a good there. This feels like I would not have been able to get in here before. If I were a game designer, I wouldn't have let you go in there and play with all that, experience all that, you know? Not right away. You need to get the power running first. Speaking of.
Well, power's on. Did you come back for a medal? Sorry, I don't mean to neglect my manners. My name is Cecil. Most around here call me CW.
He's CW.
At least they
Okay.
did. I suppose you gotta move on. But, alright, well, if you ain't assessed already, we're all living within a large cell. It's a dome, wall, carved from prison, more like it. Whatever it is, hems us in. They ain't occurred to you already. It serves us both for you to get through the wall of this place. And I locked up the wall with that MOFAG device. That red beam up yonder. Gotta make this work and get home. Scarlet. Scarlet was 7. Lord. I wonder. That red beam.
That's an interesting touch. I like that. That you're here, he's talking about the red beam, and you come, turn around, and you can see it. The rays of that. Okay, so... got a seat and everything. Interesting. So now let's take a look at what we're dealing with here. Don't think that necessarily matters. I don't think we're bringing this over here. Though, I shouldn't rule anything out. And then this... I don't know which way is for which. You know, like, is this currently set up so if something's going in this direction, is it for this way or is it for this way? I don't know my routing things. If you're riding on the rail, you go here, you go there, you so you're on the rails. I want to say that that's correct for this. For going in this direction. But I don't know. I don't quite understand how the stuff works. Were these real or fake? They're fake. What I want to do before I go riding on that thing is I want to see what paths we have, so I know if there's something that I should at least attempt to change. At Looks like it's just gonna go there for now. So let us get in. Left stick. Oh, okay. Hey, how do I make this thing go? Okay, so that shuts it off. Let's leave it on. Never mind. Okay. So we have two modes. We've got a stationary mode where we control the laser, and then we've got a direction, you know, a motion mode for actually taking it on things. Okay. Let me get out. Because now we've learned. Yeah, so, okay, so that is correct. If it's touching that side, it's following that rail. Okay. Things, I don't know these things, you know? I've never operated a train car. Have you? Didn't think so. Just thinking, don't mind me. And just to confirm... Yeah, so we're not going to take this all the way. We might be able to just kind of use this and blast some rocks along the way. Unless I need to somehow turn this thing around. Let me check. That might work. I wonder. Not quite reaching there. Alright. So we would need a way to turn this around. And we've got... Do we have a shot at this thing? There we go. And now we're dead, because there's no oxygen on the alien planet, and we've just destroyed everything. Okay. Let us park it here. get out and go see if CW has any head pats for us, and then we'll call that an episode, okay?
Greatly appreciate your help, but this will be complicated, especially for a new arrival like yourself. All right. That tree, the really big, strange one in the middle, well, shoot. It's a central piece that's connected to everything. The cell wall, the dome, them seeds, the root beneath it, all of it. It's one and the same, one connected essence. Sounds like a load of Buddhist malarkey. Farley would bust hearing me spout this. Yeah, I really don't get it. Regardless of what it sounds like, we need all of it to be, well, healthy. All of it. Shoot, I'll spell it out for you. You gotta get down below the tree to the heart and connect it all back up.
Okay, well, we watered the tree. Oh.
There's a cable up next to my big battery out there. If you haven't already, can you plug it in for me? It's one less thing for me. It's not the best time to be explaining this stuff. Now, where's the jizzy?
Now, did we do that when we did the thing? Or is there something else now that we're able to do that we weren't before? He said if you haven't done it already. So I'm assuming it was, you know, this is a cable. We connected cable. But this doesn't go anywhere. So what's it all for? Right, and it is, in fact, that one. And I don't have any controls for anything. Just something to put on the pile, right? So, we've done stuff. We accomplished some things, and we now have access to a rideable laser, and we're gonna shoot it at some things, hopefully. But that's gonna have to wait for next time. We did one good thing. And yeah. So if I were a game designer, I would set that up, the doorway with the number lock, for a player to find early on, and then you'd go on your way, blowing up rocks with your blue laser, and then eventually you'd find a number code. And it will have been so far along in the game that you would have forgotten all about that door. If I were a game designer. So I think that's how that's gonna work, you know? Just calling it for now, and not to sound too smug and smart or anything like that, but I think I know exactly what to expect from this game. We'll see if I'm right next time, and I'll see you then. Love ya. Mwah. Bye-bye.